Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys. John Natale for episode 103 of Getting Real, Become a Local Celebrity. In this episode today, guys, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you need to make if you want to become a local celebrity in your market, utilizing a couple key things like social media, like building a community, building a network, how to do all of it, how to put it all together. So 2026, everywhere you go in your community, people know who you are and associate real estate with who you are. It's everything I've built here in my area of the Jersey Shore in 2025, and I'm going to share you everything that I've built and everything I'm continuing to build. The latest and most advanced techniques for doing this are all going to be featured here today. This is a no BS episode. This is not what someone else is doing that I'm just observing. This is what I am doing myself, and you are going to get the behind the scenes look of all of it. There's a few really strong things you need to do, and I'm going to walk you through every single one of them in this episode today. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to take a second to thank you just for taking time out of your busy day, out of your busy work day, out of your busy life to listen to me speak. Whether this is your first episode or your 103rd episode. Anywhere in between, I'm so damn appreciative you are listening in today. We have a very big mission here at Getting Real at all of our Natale companies, and that's for less agents to fail and more agents to find the life of their dreams. And by listening to this podcast, you are part of that. If you could take a second, share it with a colleague, share it with a friend that you think this message could help, share it to your Instagram story so the people who follow you can also learn. I would greatly appreciate you helping us further our mission here. On any podcast listening software, if you could rate us 5 stars, again, it just helps us move this mission forward. So damn appreciative of you guys. I'm appreciative of the audience I have after 103 episodes of doing this, and I'm so damn pumped for everything that's going to happen for you, for Getting Real, for our Natale companies in 2026. And I can't believe the growth of this over the last 103 episodes of Getting Real. If you're here in New Jersey or down in the sunshine state of Florida and you're looking for a dynamic real estate company to join, you're looking for a broker who actually cares, the coaching, the training, the support you need to grow a business, and all the opportunity you can be provided all right in front of you to grow a brand, grow a profitable business, enjoy your life, and have fun selling real estate, Natale Realtors may be a great fit for you. There is a link below to book a call with me and discuss our 100% commission model brokerage. And if you're in one of the other 48 states or across the world at this point, and you are looking to get the advice, get the mentorship, get the training, get the support, get the partner to help you get to the next level, that is what Natale Coaching is for. We help agents build sustainable, profitable businesses. We help agents achieve massive success. We help agents move their business in the right direction. We help agents grow a massive personal brand. And a lot of the advice you're going to hear today is part of what we do. But if you're looking for the accountability and the actual ticket to get there, and you want to not just make this something you want to do, but something you will do in 2026, Natale Coaching is for you. All of our information is below. Book a call with me. It is free. We will go through your business, what you're trying to accomplish, and everything we can do to help you get there. And if it's a great fit, it's a great fit. If it's not, that's okay too. But book the call. Now let's dive in to our episode here today, episode 103 of Getting Real, Become a Local Celebrity. And it's something, again, I've done with my Jersey John brand here at the Jersey Shore and here in New Jersey. A little less than a year ago, after the new year, after the TikTok ban in January, February, was when I converted everything to just from a brand of John and John Natale to Jersey John. And so I'm going to walk you through the many things I did this year to grow and become a massive local celebrity. I joke about this all the time with my wife, but we literally can't go anywhere without someone recognizing who I am. And I want you to understand from the very beginning of this episode, this has nothing to do with ego of that and being a celebrity. This has everything to do about what changes in your business because of it. The amount of leads you can get, which I have several thousand from this year. The amount of people who raise their hand and just reach out to you directly and say, hey, I want to move, in which we have dozens. That is what I care about. But becoming a local celebrity, for it to be cool to be working with you, that is something very important to build in our industry, in the industry to come. So 2025 was the start. 2026 is going to be the next level. By 2027, 2028, if you do not have a brand, real estate is going to be harder for you than it's going to be easier for you. And this isn't just about social media, guys. I'm going to talk about that as one element of it, but building out a community as well is another huge portion. So this isn't just about social media. But if you do not have a brand by 2027, 2028, you still can be in real estate. I'm not saying you can't be in real estate. Your business, the way you run it, will be exponentially harder than if you have a strong brand and a strong personal brand. So there's several steps you need to take to become a local celebrity. And it's one of the most important things that people get wrong about real estate and real estate social media content and building a community around real estate in your area. People typically don't care about the mundane details of real estate in several different aspects. If all you run in terms of building a community is several events a year about how to buy a home, how to take tax advantages of homes, how to invest in real estate, and how to do very specific nuanced things within the real estate industry and home ownership and taxes and all those other things, it is a lot different than if you run events for your community. You can have the event for first-time home buyers. I'm not talking about just webinars. I talk about that as a huge part of strategy in order to convert social media business. But I'm talking specifically, if you were looking at community, we're going to look at community and we're going to look at social media in terms of becoming a local celebrity. And you take community, the community route, which I suggest both, but community route first. A lot of people think it needs to be super nuanced into real estate. No, you need to be at the town fair. You need to be running the events. So you need to be planning the Easter egg hunt. You need to be planning the trunk or treat. You need to be putting together these types of events for your community, within your community. It's not 1995, guys. You can't just get a billboard out at the Little League field. People do not care about that. You need to be front and center with them several times a year. I highly suggest having one good event each quarter of the year for your community. Last day of school ice cream truck, backpacks before the first day of school, Halloween trunk or treat, Easter egg hunt, gift wrapping party, photos with Santa, food drive for the food bank. There needs to be several different things you are doing throughout the year to start building a community within your community. You have all your past clients. And if you don't have past clients yet, you have neighbors, you have friends, you have family in your area. That's where you start. Do not dream big in the sense of, okay, if I do an event and I do an Easter egg hunt and only 7 people show up, it's an epic failure. No, it's not. No, it is not. Go back to about a year ago this time, I did an episode with Larry Hall down there in Wichita, Kansas, that built a massive business, turned everything around in his real estate career, and is now living an unbelievable life. But he did it through his community. Go back to that episode and listen to it again. And if you haven't listened to it, listen to it for the first time. But starting there is important. Now, as we pivot to social media, super important tactical steps we're going to go through. It's the same problem that so many people have when they plan things around how to convert business. People get way too damn niche with real estate. People do not care what DOM stands for. People do not care what the average sale price to list price is. People do not care how many homes sold last month. And the people who do care about those very nuanced things are already in a buying cycle. That's why the content is going to them. So even if you have some engagement with it and you think it's working, it's already people that are transacting and have hired an agent. Social media works and becoming a local celebrity works solely for the fact that you can get so much top line marketing and get them into your funnel, get them into a pipeline of how you then convert them, which is not this episode, but I have other episodes about it. The point is that top end, how do you actually become that? Because so many people focus on real estate content, on the nuanced, super niche topics, and that's why nobody gives a shit what you are talking about. Just being honest. So step 1 is to obviously be very broad in terms of content when it comes to becoming a local celebrity. So what are the types of content that work? Number 1, local home tours. There's no better way to associate you with local and real estate than a home tour of local properties. There are so many ways you can film this. You could have someone film you walking through the house. You could film yourself on camera doing the hook and then turn the camera around and walk through it. You could walk through the house from the beginning, speed it up, voice it over. You could walk through the house, speed it up, set it to music. You could do a variety of different things when it comes to a home tour. However, the important part is the fact that they are done consistently. If you could be on camera and showing a house, you will become a local celebrity a hell of a lot faster. Will be literally overnight, sometimes. But if you're never on camera, if you're always doing the voiceover thing, and especially if you're just doing video walking through, plus on top of that, just setting it to music, it is going to take you longer to be the actual local celebrity for real estate in your area. So if you could be on camera, you're going to move yourself and move your brand and move that factor of being a celebrity forward a hell of a lot faster. What else works to become a local celebrity? One of my favorite types of videos is the listicle. You're making a list or basically an article out of something that is either the best, worst, or something that has a number to it. So this is the best 5 pizza places. Here are the 5 most iconic places to eat in so-and-so. If you love so-and-so, here are the 5 best alternatives. If you love eating out in X area, here are the 5 spots you never heard of that you need to know today. Those listicle videos, I usually set it to a green screen behind me as I'm talking to cut the shot and cut the look very, very consistently. Work so damn well for a variety of reasons. 1, they're super engaging. Number 2, they actually get people to comment and argue. People are going to tell you your opinion sucks. People are then going to argue with those people that say, no, his opinion or her opinion is right. And there is going to be a lot of back and forth, especially when you talk about the best and or worst things in an area. You have to stay consistent with the area in which you're talking, but you do not have to say the only little minutia little area. What I typically tell people do is similar to what I've done. Now, New Jersey's not a very big state, but we really niche down in terms of the area we cover to an area called Monmouth County and the Jersey Shore portion of it, specifically southeastern Monmouth County. So a lot of my content is based there, and the lists and the different things I provide are about that area. Now, 100 miles away from me is Cape May, which is a beautiful area of the Jersey Shore. Do you know how many people yell at me in the comments that tell me I'm not even from the Jersey Shore because I'm not talking about Cape May, which is 100 miles from where I live? It's insane, but that doesn't stop me, right? I want to focus on the small area in which I live, but I do not just focus that on one little neighborhood within our suburb or one little neighborhood in our town or one little section. I focus it mostly on the county, mostly on the broad area of Jersey Shore, mostly on Monmouth County, but a lot of the things I feature will be in the area in which I live, in which I work, and which I actually sell houses. So that's how we get around which area to actually focus on. So if you're in a little bit of a more rural area, you're probably going out probably 45 minutes or an hour in terms of your overall content, where I'm probably going out 25, 30 minutes. We're a lot more compact here in New Jersey. But the more you feature a specific area, the more you're going to get to know be known in that area. Another great video to make and another type of piece of content to become a local celebrity is talk about what's great in a town. And so many people screw this up, and it's so damn easy. The hook is the same. You just change out some words, but I have several. If you want to become the local celebrity, you want people to know you for a local area. There's a town in Monmouth County. There's a town in New Jersey that everybody is looking to move to. There's a little town on the Jersey Shore that is the best kept secret on the entire coastline. There's a little town on the Jersey Shore that has some of the best investment potential in all of New Jersey. Now, when it comes to talk after the hook, that's the premise of the video, you say, well, here's the town that everybody's looking to move to. Welcome to Wall Township. You pull it up on a green screen behind you, and then I typically go through 5 things that are great about living in that town. If I'm talking about investment, I'm saying here are what that actually looks like, providing some numbers, using a green screen behind me. It's similar to the listicle videos, but it now is talking about a specific town. That is how you start to get people in that town to start watching you. And they can't become a local celebrity if people do not watch you. Just goes hand in hand. It's quite obvious. But that's what gets people talking. The next great piece of content that will actually make you become a local celebrity is local content. Now, when I started on social media back in the mid to end of 2023, a little over 2 years ago, I spoke very heavily to the fact that you don't want to be too much of a local influencer because you will too niche yourself down and you're going to get lumped in with the local influencers. And I think that's a mistake a lot of people have made. This needs to be a balance, guys. You can't just talk about the best restaurant. You can't just talk about the towns. You can't just go to local businesses and film them. There's plenty of great ways to do this, from ways I'm actually launching in the next week or two, actually going to the business, meeting with them, trying 3 different foods, filming my whole experience and telling my audience whether I think it's legit or not legit. I am going into a very small production value of an attempt on Guy Fieri's diners, drive-ins, and dives, where I actually talk to the owner. I get their story. I share that in the video and the content that I make. I sit down and look into a camera. I try several different foods. I talk about what's good, what's not good. You don't have to go to that level. I'm just going to it now after a couple years. But you can go when you go out to eat with your spouse, you go out to eat with your kids, you go out to eat by yourself, you go to the bar with your friends. You can easily film places, get 15, 20 seconds worth of content. You could set it to music. You can also voice it over. You could do a little POV. You could do a lot of different things in terms of local content. But when it comes to local businesses, going out and actually filming them is so damn important. Why? People want to know where to eat, where to enjoy their time, where to spend their money, and if it's actually worth it. So if you are providing experience where you get to show people and preview what they could do before they actually pay for it, that is why that whole local influencer thing works. So start doing it. Now, if you could put yourself on camera, again, just like the home tours, you will move a lot faster in the direction of being a local celebrity. And there's other added benefits to doing it as well, which is you are actually helping a local business owner. If one of those videos goes viral, I will give you a perfect example. I put up a video. We went to this very small, it's next to an Ace Hardware, which is already like a small hardware store for our area. There's a Home Depot about 10 minutes away. So almost everyone just goes to Home Depot. So Ace Hardware is, again, a very, very small version of a Home Depot. And right next to it, they have this little, it's called A's Home World. It has A's Hardware, A's Plant and basically Garden, and then A's Outdoor World, where during the summer and all types of the year is simply just a place to get grills, outdoor furniture, and whatnot. But in the winter, right before the holidays, they turn it into A's Christmas World. And it is awesome in there. It is a step back to the 90s. It is nostalgic. It is great. The prices are a little bit better, I think, than Home Depot. The service is super friendly. They're there to help you. It is fantastic. And I put up a very quick video. I think it was 17 seconds. It was POV. You shop local at the Jersey Shore this Christmas season rather than the big box retailers. And how many comments? Now, this video went viral, not mega viral, but viral in our area, above 50,000 views on Instagram and above 50,000 on TikTok. And I can't tell you how many people in the comments were like, wow, I never knew this existed. I am going there today. I'm definitely going to try this. There was damn near 1,000 shares of those videos between TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. That's a lot of people who are going to be walking into that business having never even known it was there or never even visited if they did know it was there. That means something to a local business owner. So you were doing good within your community. And again, to that business owner, that matters. And they're going to remember that. So again, this is a very, very tactical episode, guys, on the types of content you need to make to become a local celebrity. What else do you need to do? You need to be super engaged in your stories. I can't tell you this enough. It's one of the biggest mistakes I made over the first, God's honest, almost 2 years of doing content is not getting engaged enough in my stories. Once I got super engaged these last few months, the amount of business coming our way in the doldrums of winter is absolutely insane. And it has changed almost everything, even though this has been a phenomenal result already. But getting engaged in your story and peeling back the curtain and talking about things behind the scenes, about your life, about your business, about things you're doing, this is what makes people super engaged in the life you are living and makes people want to work with you. And when they see you, you're a lot more relatable to them. This is everything. So please do not forget about all this content we talked about. One of the next biggest things you have to do is be super engaged in your stories. Does that mean, guys, I live my life 24/7 showing everybody every little aspect of my life? No. If you actually watch my Jersey John content, I don't actually put my family on any of my content. I do not put them very rarely in my Instagram story, even though 90% of my time, 95% of my time where I'm not working or in my office or meeting with a client, I am with my family. So this is not about it needs to be everything you are doing, every thought, and you need to obsess over it and be in front of the camera 24/7. No, it just simply means peel back the curtain a little bit. A few stories a day goes a hell of a long way in terms of success, in terms of becoming a local celebrity, and in terms of people actually transacting with you. Because again, guys, that is the point. If you become a local celebrity with your building a community, doing events for your community, you become a local celebrity on social media, you put both of those together, you are unstoppable in this business. You are unstoppable. Nobody can beat you. And if you want to build that business, today's episode was exactly what you needed to hear. I hope you go out there. I hope you build your community. I hope you go out there and I hope you build your personal brand. I hope you feature a lot of the videos I talked about today, because that is what is going to get you to be a local celebrity.